There we go. Also, that awful Creole accent for the narrator. Oh, yeah, the narrator is like a Creole woman. Hold on. Okay. Good night. Okay, good night, hybrid. Oh god, I forgot about how annoying the fucking music for this game is. Alright, so we're playing as Gabriel Knight. We're an author who lives in New Orleans, or New Orleans, as they keep calling it in the game. But our books suck, and so they don't sell very well. And we're trying to solve a case of voodoo murders so that we can write an award-winning book. And also, we're trying to impress Lizzo. We ran into Lizzo earlier in the game. And so we're trying to impress her. Alright, what the fuck was I doing last time I was here? Oh god, I forgot about how absurdly complicated it is to talk to people in this game.
Yes.
Are you sure I can't make a copy of this file?
I'm real sure.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Can I turn the music down even more? It's so loud. Oh, weird. Okay, that's better. Because the last time I was playing, I was like, didn't I turn it down a lot? Because the music is so obnoxious. It was annoying the fuck out of us. Alright, let me put that here. The context-sensitive mouse clicks is one of the greatest additions to adventure games, though it did limit some stuff. This one is way too overly complicated. There's so many of these they could have like simplified into one action. You know?
It's an inbox.
Where's the file that I'm supposed to be allowed to read?
There's nothing of Gabriel would. Gabriel can. There's no reason. It looks a bit. Gabriel cannot see it.
I wouldn't mind trying.
I wouldn't mind groping that lady.
Just a few questions.
Yeah, but simplicity is so boring.
Mosley could probably be more help, sir.
Yeah, why would I want to be able to... Why would I want that? How silly of me. Why do I have that there? Why is that there?
Those two are
This is so complicated.
the letter.
Okay, that's the letter. What? There was like a file that I needed to look at from this bitch.
The police file contains partial patterns from the first 6 voodoo murders.
Okay, is that the one that I'm supposed to photocopy, I guess? But not? I have to do it while she's distracted? Okay, wait, let me go talk to Mosley.
Don't leave the room with that file, please.
I have to give it back to you? Okay, Jesus Christ. How do I do that?
The police.
Oh, interesting. By right-clicking, I can, like, tab through this. Why do you have to go and make things so complicated? Yeah, it's just like the song. It's just like the song.
It's the official police file, containing the partial patterns from the voodoo
Oh, wait, I need to
murders.
change the...
The folder is marked with the warning, not to leave the police
Stream
station.
category. Alright, bitch. How do I give it back to you? God damn your complicated ass fucking control scheme. It's so... Can't you just have, like, an action button or an interact button? Why the fuck do I need to figure out, like, what each of these symbols mean?
Don't leave the room with that file.
Okay, how do I give you back the file? How do I give you back the file? God damn it.
Those two are... The partial pattern from the crime scenes intrigues Gabriel. What does it mean?
But Shark, this game is perfect. Shut up!
The
It's dog shit. But I want to play it for how deranged, like, the performance is from the lead character. Who's like, I'm a creepy pervert who's gonna sexually harass every woman I encounter. Put the file in her box? Where's her fucking box?
Those two... The police...
Like, where is the box
doesn't
on here?
Gabriel wouldn't want to... It looks a bit... There's no point... The camera isn't... There's no... Gabriel would...
Okay,
I'm done.
there. Gee, oh wow, that was like... That was a pixel wide, that fucking interact zone. Jesus. Is Gabriel moving weirdly fast now?
So, how's it hanging, bud?
Lousy. I hate crime scenes. People are sick fucks. You know that, Knight?
So that's
I'm
Mark
starting to get
Hamill.
that impression.
And we're Tim Curry. Also, hold on, I gotta move this up here. '90s point-and-click adventure games? Yeah,
You been feeling okay lately? You look
exactly.
like hell.
Me? You know, I can't sleep at night, what with thinking about the case and thinking about Annie.
I can relate. Can I ask about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
I can insult him? Well, hold on. Let's do that in a little bit.
How about getting me some coffee?
What am I, your slave?
Hey, I'm working my butt off here.
I love how he just
Yeah,
bullies
fine.
Mosley. How about getting me some cover? Now while he's out, I'm gonna steal his badge. I'm such a good friend.
Some people are never satisfied.
Chop chop, Mosley. Get the coffee.
Unfortunately. Nah. It's not Gabriel.
God damn it. Where is the fucking badge that I'm supposed to steal?
Here,
Hold on.
drink it.
Let me look at the fucking guide. This is absurd. He just got him a cup. I have to notice it's in his... Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, do I also have to offer... Oh my god. Oh my god. I have to get him to take his jacket off. So I can... This is absurd. Alright. Hold on.
The suit.
I'm gonna hit the road.
Ciao, baby.
You have to seduce him to take it off. I mean, he is kind of my boyfriend. He's like... He's the Wilson to my Dr. House.
The gauge is fixed in place. The gauge.
Okay, how do I change it then?
The control box is in a locked cage and can't be operated.
How the fuck am I supposed to do this game? This is ridiculous. Alright. Oh, do I have to steal his badge on a different day, I guess? Alright, I just need to do the... Okay, that's a different day. I just need to do the photocopier thing now. Okay, that's fine. Oh my god, this is so complicated. This is so complicated.
There is not.
Whatever. This is so unbelievably
Can
complicated.
I ask you about some stuff?
Is this still day one?
You're the writer. Ask
I think
away.
so.
I got those photographs you left for me.
So you said. Did you think of any other shots for the book?
Let's take another cop author
Let's
shot.
Take another cop author shot.
What for?
I don't think we got your best side.
Really? Okay. I'll have Franks come in again.
I'm pretty sure this is still day one. I saw some
Frank,
giga
come
quote
back
from
in here with that
conservatives
camera.
today saying that any celebrity who hasn't endorsed Harris has effectively endorsed Trump. That's hilarious.
Now what, sir?
Their other one is saying that all the celebrities who are
Well,
endorsing
what's no
Kamala
big
have
deal,
just been
man?
bought with Diddy money. And it's all Diddy.
Of course not.
Diddy is the one who's
What
trying to get
else could I
Kamala
possibly
elected.
want to do?
Anything else, Knight?
Hold on for a second while I check my hair.
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Knight, make it fast.
Alright, now I'm just gonna go photocopy that file without their permission, even though they told
Let
me
see
not.
that file
Even
again.
though they told me not to.
Just want to check this machine here.
Just committing some crimes real quick. Don't worry, my boyfriend's the police chief. Nobody will know. Okay, thank Christ. Do I have to, like, get them out of there?
It looks a bit. It looks. The door works. Gabriel cannot. It looks. There's nothing in the that. There's no.
Hold on. What do I have in my inventory? What's
Those
this?
two are. Those two are. Those. Gabriel has.
Okay, this is the
photocopy of
photocopy.
The official police file containing the partial patterns from the voodoo murder.
I love how nearly every video game protagonist is a kleptomaniac. Yeah, but this game plays it more straight, Tuvox, and it's like, what if there was someone like that in the real world? Wouldn't that be annoying?
Would you just get in here?
And nobody noticed? Of course not. Why would they?
Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
All right, now let's insult Mosley.
Can I ask you about some... What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
Okay, nothing new there.
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair.
Get dunked on, Mosley. You bitch.
So how'd you ever find anything in this office? It looks like ground zero.
Hey, I get my job done. I'm a detective, not Betty Crocker.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No. Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
They're like an old married couple. It's sweet.
Are those new shoes? What are those, hush puppies? Kind of a mud brown suede kind of a thing?
Hey, I'm on my feet all day, all right? Is that okay with you?
Mostly. I'm being perfectly sincere.
Yeah, you and my grandmother. Right.
Oops.
Please.
All right.
Oh my God.
Just shut the hell
I accidentally
up.
clicked on coffee and he's making... I made him go get coffee again. Whoops. I didn't know,
Some
Mosley.
people are never satisfied.
Come back. I just wanted to insult you. I'm sorry. I just wanted to laugh at you. Now I'm going to have to pee so badly. Alright, also, I do need to notice that the thing is there.
Nice, Polly.
I guess he needs to take it off first. And then I need to trick him into doing
Here,
that.
Drink it.
So I can steal from him, my friend.
Thanks.
Delicious. Well, time for me to hit the old dusty trail, Mosley. Hold on, let me... Is game capture working? It is not. Alright, that's fine. What do I do now? Voodoo references? Alright, we gotta go talk to Grace, I think, and then also go to the Dixieland drugstore. Okay, yeah, we're right at the end of day 1, it looks like. Dixieland drugstore. Alright. Let's go do that then. Bye. Bye, Mosley. I'll be back later.
Well, I'll be
Kisses.
seeing you.
Have a good one.
Go back to the bookshop and ask Grace to do research on Lizzo. I like how we're just making our personal assistant do research on the woman that we're stalking.
I knew you'd miss me, so I came back.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
He's such a charmer.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Request some research.
research for me?
Yeah.
Sure. What?
Yeah, so this is our personal assistant, the beautiful and smart Grace Nakamura. She's a young Japanese-American college student, and somehow we've scammed the university into believing that this is a reputable business, and so we've tricked her into interning here. And Gabriel just sexually harasses her and makes her do errands for him. It's great. Apparently, she's one of the best-written female characters in all of video gaming. And she was voiced by Leah Ramey, hilariously enough, just to add to the stacked all-star cast. Very not Asian, not Japanese, Leah Ramey, star of King of Queens. Please stalk Lizzo for me.
Could you see what you can find out about a woman named Malia Getty?
The name Getty sounds familiar. What's your interest in her?
Oh, just, you know, stuff about the voodoo murders. If you could get an address...
They're murders. Right. I'll see what I can find out. Anything else?
If you could just help me stalk this woman, that would be great, Grace. Thank you.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Whoop.
Well, it's about closing time.
So it is. Good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gabriel.
Wait,
And
I didn't get a
don't
chance.
scream, okay?
I didn't get a chance to go to the Dixieland drugstore. Shit. I guess I can just do that tomorrow? That won't completely fuck up the game, right? Surely not. Meanwhile, Gabriel has another bad dream. He dreamed he was Amish. And then he saw Lizzo TF into a cheetah. Makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Now somebody was hung? Also, by the way, how's the game audio? It's not too quiet, is it? It's very loud for me. But I can balance it in, like, OBS, so that's an issue. A mask I wore as I approached. I was what I am not. And though the pattern was unclear, I found its meaning to bought. It's a 90s adventure game. It's a 95% chance you just fucked up the game. But then again, maybe this is better than Broken
Don't
Sword.
you look swell today?
Well, we'll see.
Actually, swollen. So have some. There's a fresh pot on the table.
But yeah, how's the audio sound? Is it, like, loud enough? Does it sound weird?
Seriously, you look like hell. Your hair is sticking straight up like a... Oh. It always does that. Never mind.
Ha ha.
Could be a little louder, but it's
Did
fine.
you dream
Here.
about the fire and the hang guy and that lion thing?
Turn it
last
up in
night?
OBS again.
Leopard, not lion. Did you get anything on
Get
Malia
her the
Getty?
persona right,
I did get her
Grace.
address, but you're a little out of your league here, big fella. The Gettys own 3 local hospitals, just to name a few of the
Hey, just
assets they
because
run
she's
in
Lizzo
very
doesn't mean we
high
can't go out on a date,
Did you
Grace.
get an address?
Don't be so
I
negative.
got the address. I suppose this has nothing to do with the fact that Malia Getty is incredibly gorgeous. I should have known you wouldn't go for a rich, ugly socialite.
And that address
Don't you
is-
talk about Lizzo that way, Grace.
Far be it from me to postpone your total humiliation. It's 557 West England. That's a garden district.
That's why we need the police badge. We need to
That's
trick
all
her
I
into
wanted to
thinking
know.
we're a
And
cop.
yes, my dear. Malia Getty is the most dangerous-looking diversion I've ever seen. Ouch!
Ouch, baby.
Oy, Men.
We get it, Shock. Alright, Grace, so what? We get the address. I gotta read the newspaper. And then, oh wait, we gotta go to the Dixieland drugstore as well. But first I gotta read the newspaper. Alright, let's do that.
Today's newspaper is on the counter.
God damn it. Why is that not, like... Fucking hell. I hate how vague the like, because there's, like, a button for like, this icon is for picking things up, but this icon is for, like, interacting with things. Like, you click on this one to, like, turn the photocopier on or something. It's like, which is the correct one? Nothing to operate. Okay, I guess I gotta pick it up.
Times Picayune, dated June 19, 1993.
I love this
A
narrator.
front-page article describes the most recent.
Why
of the
is she
voodoo
even in the
murders.
game? I don't know.
Gabriel scans it but learns not anew. The article reiterates that the voodoo aspect of the crimes is fake. Gabriel shivers. It looked real enough to him. Elsewhere, there's an article about the history of Jackson Square, called La Plaza d'Armas. Under French rule, it was used for executions, firing squads, hanging, even impalement and breaking on the wheel. Yikes. Of course, these days it's mostly a hangout for tourists, street musicians and local artists. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Chances of a dark star rising on this day. Do not trust your
What was that address? I want to see if it's a real
feel dark
place.
star rising, all right.
Yeah, my penis. Dark star's what I call my penis. I can't. What did she say off the top? I'm sure we'll see it in the map in a sec, Aaron. All right. Yeah, we did that. All right, let's go to the drugstore. Actually, is there anything else to talk to Grace
There's
about?
no one in that part.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Let's see. Voodoo murders, herself, message. Oh, do I have any messages?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
All right, let's go to the drugstore. Then we're gonna go steal Mosley's badge because we're a bad friend and we like to abuse his trust.
I'm going out.
Good luck.
All right. To the Dixieland drugstore. We get on our motorcycle. Whoosh.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a lady with an annoying
Bonjour,
dog.
Monsieur Walker.
Oh, bienvenue, Madame Casino. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker, I'm certain someone's buried a sleep knot bag somewhere near my
I'm sorry, a what? A sleep knot bag.
Oh, don't that beat all?
She can't
Gonna
sleep
need some easy night
because
games
someone's
then.
buried a
Do you
sleep
think that
knot
would
bag.
I do hope you're right.
I think this
I
shop
saw
owner
three
is
rosaries
scamming this
morning
old
for Our
woman.
Lady's intervention.
Rosaries are good, sure enough. But you burn those candles too, and you gonna whip any old no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my
A
account and
baggie of
send them
meth.
round to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dames. Oh, I've been in misery.
You put 9 pinheads up in a little box. Add a pinch of graveyard dust. and put it
Graveyard
under
dust?
her front porch step.
What the fuck is that?
That'll turn the trick back on Mrs. Lefevre, and she'll be the one with the bellyache.
Dude, this shop
I have the
owner is
pins
scamming the
and the
fuck
ducks.
out of these old
Blackjack,
women.
you want 'em.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though it don't hurt to be proactive none neither. Now does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It is nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
The address and a character profile on the wiki. The street does not exist at all. Hilarious. Alright, first things first. Gotta notice the thing on the back
Voodoo
wall.
and hoodoo. The craft as revealed by traditional practitioners by Jim Haskins. Available at Dixieland Drugstore and other fine stores.
And also the
The
sign.
sign say, Special Saint Jean Eve, Lagnappe, free bottle of lover come back to me oil, or master gambling oil, with every purchase over $50.
Ooh! We could get some
Lagniappe.
magic oil.
My French is lousy, but everyone in New Orleans knows what that means. A little something extra.
Also, gotta notice the furry mask on the crocodile mask.
The mask appears to be made from a real crocodile.
Do we get a fursuit
head.
later in the game? Ooh.
The mask appears to be made from a real crocodile head. It's a mannequin wearing a crocodile mask. To get the mask, Gabriel would have to buy it.
That's so expensive.
There is not.
Alright, I guess let's talk to the guy. How's it going, hombre?
Hi there. Is this your store?
This is a Dixieland drugstore, and I own it, me. Name's Walker. Willie Walker.
Big Willie! How's it going? I loved you in Diamond Cobra.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Ask what you want. I'll answer what I want.
Can you tell me what you know about voodoo?
This is a novelty shop, monsieur.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Cabri Sancour.
What did you say?
Nothing.
That's
nothing.
French, isn't
Those
it?
killings have nothing to do with my shop, monsieur.
Does that mean again? Like, it's like goat without something. Goat without horns?
What did you mean when you said Cabri Sancour?
I didn't say that.
You did. I heard you say it.
You heard wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Monsieur.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
He just cursed you.
Lived here all my life, me.
Yeah, he cursed me to have a failing literary career. Except joke's on you, idiot. My books already don't sell well because I suck at writing.
Do you know anything about snakes?
What kind of snakes?
The kind they use in voodoo?
Pythons and boas. So I've heard.
Really? Do you have one?
Are you crazy? What would I want with a python?
It's not any of your business. What if I want to have sex with it? What then? Do you have the python or not?
It's
Oops.
the biggest night of the year in voodoo.
Really? Is that like Christmas
What
but for
goes on
voodoo?
exactly?
I couldn't say.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
Man, I don't even know what language that is.
I could go for a shot of Jaeger.
Tell me about yourself.
My name's Willie Walker. I own the place.
That customer of yours, the little old lady,
Customer?
The woman I saw in here. Madame Cazeneuve, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers.
Willy
to men
Wonka?
who
No,
come
he's
in
Big
off the
Willy.
street.
Alright, there's nothing you can get out of him now. You return to the book. Alright. I think we got everything we needed from that interaction. Let's go steal from our good friend Mosley to the police station. I'm just going to borrow his badge. He won't mind. Okay, now the repairman is here, so I can fuck about with the thing. Okay. Oh, I have to wait for him to leave. Very good. All right. Quickly, while he's gone, I'm going to operate the...
Gabriel can't do that from the...
I have to walk over there first. Jesus. What are you doing, Gabriel, you idiot? Oh, I gotta, like, use the door thing. Jesus Christ. Now to gaslight my idiot friend. How do I set it as that? Oh, there we go. All right, very good. Now Mosley should be getting hot and sweaty, and he'll take his jacket off, which means we'll be able to steal his...
Mostly, my man.
We'll be able to steal his police
Man, I had
badge,
a
so we can
feeling.
impersonate a police officer. That's a crime. Time to commit some crimes. It's a good thing
Dang, the air conditioning
Gabriel
must
Knight's
be
not,
on
like,
the blink.
dangerous, you know?
Are you hot? Man, I'm hot.
Mosley's coat is on the chair. Mosley was one of... At least his... Mosley...
All right, hold on. Operate temperature controls, can't get the badge, was out of his office. Quickly grab the badge from his jacket. Okay. Ah!
Art
God damn it. Alright, that fixed it. Jesus
ask you about
Christ,
your
this
stuff?
is some glitchy shit.
You're the right.
As Greg and May would say, crimes. Yes, crimes.
How about getting
How
me some
about giving
coffee?
me some more coffee, buddy?
No way. Enough is enough.
Please, 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 pretty please.
I'll give you a kiss, Mosley. Come on.
All right. Just shut the hell up.
We should do Night in the Woods tomorrow.
Some people are never satisfied.
I mean, I was gonna do Election Watch tomorrow as well, but, like, yeah, we can, like, play Night in the Woods in between that, because I didn't want to do that the entire time. I figured that would get
I
boring,
think
so
I'll
we
just
could...
borrow this bag.
I figured we could just periodically...
Hey, what are you doing with my coat?
Nothing.
I thought I saw something
We
crawling.
could
on it.
periodically, like, play some of the game and then jump back to looking at the election as it goes.
Just
So,
drink
yeah, we
this.
could... I thought we could do Buckshot Roulette or something, but we can do Night in the Woods
Thanks.
tomorrow if you want.
Tons. I mean it.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Yeah, because I was thinking that I was like, doing Election Watch the entire time will probably get boring. I also have that movie, Olivia. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes. Free Lunch Express, the Bernie one. I'll try and start earlier so I can do like a longer stream tomorrow so we can cover more of the election. But yeah, I figured the best thing would be to kind of like jump around, like, you know, do a bit of election watching, then we can like play Buckshot Roulette or play Night in the Woods or whatever, do some more election watching, watch the movie, do some more election watching, etc. That kind of thing. We can, you know, like if it's someone in chat has like a big update, like, oh guys, this state flipped for something, we can pause and just go look at that for a sec. perfect game to get my mind off the election. A misogynistic writer detective. Exactly, chemistry. Exactly. I heard Amazon Prime is doing yeah, Amazon. I think everyone's the whole world is watching. All right. What do we need to do now? Do we go to Lizzo's house? No. Okay, we need to go to the Jackson Square. We need to get an artist. All right, goodbye, Mosley. Now that I have stolen from you, Mosley, and used you, I will leave. You got a badge now? I sure do. And we're gonna use that to manipulate Lizzo into going out on a date with me. To Jackson Square. But first, we need to go to Jackson Square. TOS change. You need the official politics label now. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll have to use that. I don't know. Isn't my stream already labeled as politics or whatever? But I'll have to use that for tomorrow, I suppose, Aaron. But it's like, I don't know. My normal stream content is so all over the place. I don't think, like, Twitch is expecting me to change the thing to political if I, like, because I talk about a lot of shit on my stream, you know? I don't think they're literally expecting you to do that to such, like, a granular level. They're just like, if you're gonna do, like, a big politics-themed stream, maybe label it as politics. Alright, where's this artist? Is there a hot dog guy? Can I get a hot dog?
Could I get a lucky dog, please?
Not now. I'm busy.
An unambitious person in the 90s?
An unambitious
Oh, okay.
person?
The narration's just
In the
weirdly
90s?
slow right now.
Amazing.
Take that, Gen X slackers. Get owned, idiots.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yep, I mind all right.
Why?
Hey, Stifford, I'm only here for the Pennsylvania Boogaloo.
Because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy.
Oh.
Great talk. I see they did murder that mime from the first day. Like, the mime is not here anymore. I guess the cop killed him. Aha, here's the artist I need to talk to. Hello.
Nice drawing of the cathedral.
Thanks.
It's really precise.
Well, I'm an architectural student, actually. It's good
He's an
practice.
architect!
Could I ask you some questions?
I'd rather not. I really get focused when I'm drawing.
Okay, fine.
Okay, this is confusing. So I have to leave now. Then I come back. And then his drawing
Come back here.
blows
Hey.
away.
Oh, unbelievable. Rotten luck.
Gabriel can't reach the drawing from where he is.
Okay, the boy? Okay, this is getting weird. We're enlisting a child now. Hold on, let me just throw this child into the gorilla cage. I want to see what's in there.
Talking to that would be unenlightening. Interrogating the little...
I can't talk to the kid. Oh wait, there we go.
You dance pretty well for a kid.
Give me some money, then.
I don't have any.
I'm a bad writer. My books don't sell very well. Nobody wants to read them because they
Want
suck.
some, you mister?
I don't have any money. Alright. Now I have to use a gift certificate on the hot dog man.
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20 at St. George's Books, finest bookstore in New Orleans.
It's really funny to me that his bookstore is called St. George's Books. In Australia, St. George is the name of like a very large bank.
You could take this gift certificate with you, if you'll give me a lucky dog.
A lucky dog for a $20 gift certificate? Well, sure. Here you go.
Alright, we got a hot dog. And now we're gonna bribe this child with a hot dog so he crawls into the gorilla enclosure to get the artist drawing for us. Alright. Hot dog. Here, little boy, would you like a hot dog?
You wouldn't like a lucky dog by any chance.
Would I?
Now let me throw you into the gorilla cage.
Thanks, mister. You got any special requests? Let me know.
Interrogating the little...
You mentioned something about special requests.
Yeah. You got one?
Can you do the Nutcracker Suite in D minor? How about when the Saints... Oh, God, I never want to hear when the Saints go marching in again. Oh, that drove me insane in Joker 2.
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can
I think the kids
Just watch
fucking
me.
tap dancing
Good.
was making the audio
something in there
like was
I
making like the
think we
dialogue
reach.
delayed.
Come on.
Same, I know. It
Can
was
you reach
so
that piece of paper?
fucking insufferable.
Sure thing.
I was just like,
Here you
please
go.
stop
Yep.
singing
See ya.
it. They even sing it right after the Jonkler gets raped. Such a dumb movie. Hey, Mr. Artist Man, I got your drawing.
This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing. How'd you get it?
I bribed a
Oh, it was a
child.
bit of a squeeze,
Think
but
nothing
I hate
of
to
it.
see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, huh?
Do you mind if I watch you?
Be my guest.
Could I ask you some questions? Okay. Do you mind if I...
All right. I think I show him the.
Say, do you think there's anything you
Yeah,
can
there
do
we
with
go,
these
there we go.
patterns?
What do you need?
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from these partials?
The pattern is probably circular, and there's some repetition in the elements. What is this from, anyway?
You'd never believe me.
It's from the Voodoo Murders.
Well, there's... I think there's an area missing. If you could get me any more of these...
I'll see what I can do.
Alright. I think we've done that. Talk to the hot dog vendor. We did that. Give the artist. Give the copied. Then the one you drew at the crime scene in the lake. Okay, I have to give him another one that I have in my inventory.
I have another one of those patterns.
There we go.
Really? Let's see.
What
Yeah.
happens in the betting
this is
poll
great.
sites if it ends
I
up being an
think there's enough
electoral
overlap
college
now.
tie? I'm not sure.
I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great. I appreciate it.
Okay, nice. We've done that. Time to head to Lizzo's house to sexually harass her. I'm very excited. All right, let's go. How do I get out of here?
The benches. There is
Goodbye. How do I exit? Okay, there we go. All right, now where is the Getty estate? Grandmother Knight's house, crime scene, the Getty estate, Lizzo's house. Would you like to go out with me, Lizzo? Please, I'm an author. Nobody reads my books though because they're bad and I'm dumb. All right. And it begins. Yep.
May I help you? I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
I do have official business, pussy. My name's Detective Mosley, and I'm here to commit police fraud.
I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
How's this to the nature of my business,
My name
pussy?
is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business.
Yes!
How interesting.
We're gonna get Mosley
Wait
fired.
here. I'll inform Miss Getty.
I'm Detective Mosley. Would you like to have
Miss Getty
sex
will
with
see
me?
Right this way. Miss Getty will
Yes!
be down shortly. Thank you.
Lizzo, you're looking more radiant than ever.
What can I do for you, Detective?
This is quite a place.
Thank you. It's been in the family a long time.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Getty?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
Oh, God, isn't she beautiful?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced?
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
She's red as fuck.
Oh.
She's black,
Well, I can see that
Electrica.
your imagination is considerable.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
Oh no, she's on to us.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The lighting made her
The Getty
red. I
family
mean, she
came
does
to
look.
New
She did look
Orleans
red in that shot.
1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me.
You're giving me a boner. I mentioned how hard you make my cock.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm afraid I quite
Would you like
abhor
to
them.
inspect my bulge, madam?
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
No, I don't.
It's
What
just
does it
look it
mean,
up in a
Detective?
French to English
That's
dictionary,
confidential information, ma'am.
ma'am.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with that, Detective.
Would you like a shot of Jaeger, Lizzo? The last option is flirt with her. Yes! He's just like me. For real, for real.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
What kind of things interest you?
This is a normal
don't have a lot of free
conversation
time,
for a
but I do
detective to
appreciate
have
the
with
arts.
a
Opera,
suspect,
symphony, ballet,
with a
fine
witness.
art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes.
I'm a
that's
big
very beautiful.
appreciator of
It
African
is,
art
Detective.
myself.
It means a great
Like your
deal to me.
knockers. I feel like that's what he's on the verge of saying.
Tell me about your family.
The Gettys? We're a very private family.
Tell me about yourself.
How many people
What
are
gets
there
you
your
off in
family?
bed?
Well,
What's your cup
My mother
size?
just passed away.
I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you. Or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, Detective. But that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
There are, of course, other Gettys in the city. I have a large, extended family.
I see. Do you have a career?
A career. Being the head of the Getty family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and
We
other.
have many
The
holdings
management of our
and
business
other
affairs and
fiscal
properties leaves me with time
responsibilities.
for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Do you have a husband? A boyfriend?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
AKA,
So,
she's
you've never been
single,
married.
chat.
No,
We're
and
so
I never will
in.
be.
What about children?
We're so
Yes,
in.
That is likely. Someday.
My kind of girl.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I do a lot of charity work around the city, primarily in the prison and reform system. I'm not a professional sociologist, but it does interest me.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
She might be ace.
I have a business degree from
Nah,
Vanderbilt.
she wants some of
I
the
wanted to
Gabriel
study
Knight.
psychology, but
She
my
wants some of the
family's
Gabriel Knight
interests
D.
came first.
Oh? Why not something like law, then? Surely that would have been an asset to the family.
Law? Please. I do have some morals, Detective.
Fuck you, lawyers.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
For the record, I'm 28, Detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a few friends. A woman in my position can't really afford them.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, Detective.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
All right, time to flirt with her, chat. Let's make our move.
Excuse me. But your eyes are really distracting. I've never
Yes.
seen a color quite like that. Brownish gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation.
Have I
but
mentioned
probably
how
not
horny
relevant
I
to your
am?
case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Getty.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job. I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective.
Oh no! She saw through our clever ruse!
I am on this case, Miss Getty.
Oh,
I saw you at the
shit!
lake yesterday.
Shit,
You
we've
must
been
be at the
rumbled!
police since you were there, but you don't act like a
We've been
police
rumbled! Fuck!
Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
All right, you caught me.
Damn it!
I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel.
Well, I lied to you, but would you like to go
I'm
out with
alive.
me anyway,
Detective
Lizzo?
Mosley
Please?
had a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you
I'm
can
a
tell me the
writer.
real
Have you read
reason
my
you're
books?
here.
They're all bad
Well,
and nobody
I
likes
am
them.
researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can deny me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry.
Vaguely,
You're lucky
yes!
I don't call the real
We
truth.
still got a shot!
I think you should go, Mr.
And
Knight.
she's not gonna report us to the police!
Malia, wait. If you just
She likes us!
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you.
Don't
out.
worry, chat. We'll wear her down. We'll seduce her.
Robert? Show Mr. Knight out, please.
She said vaguely flattering. Also, she didn't immediately get us thrown in jail.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
Great. Alright, time to visit the Museum of Voodoo. Yeah, the butler is fucking huge. Getty Estate, French Quarter, Grand Northern Knights House. French Quarter Voodoo Museum. Historical Voodoo Museum. Is that a real thing?
Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Hello.
I am the proprietor, Dr. John.
Hi, Dr. John.
If you have any questions, I will be happy to assist.
Great. My name is...
Really just came back, shot got thrown in jail? No, we pretended to be a police officer so I could seduce Lizzo. She found out, but she didn't call the police and get us thrown in jail. And she said it was vaguely flattering, so I think we're in. She was kind of into it. She was kind of into it. So we'll get her next time, chat. Alright, what am I gonna do here? Ask Dr. John about everything. Alright?
This is quite a place you have here.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. I have dedicated myself to the preservation of this unique culture. It is gratifying to see others reap the fruits I have sown.
Could I ask you some questions?
That is why I am here.
What do you know about
What can you tell me
voodoo?
about voodoo?
Historical voodoo? Or the voodoo currently practiced in the city?
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The killings in the newspaper? I know that they have nothing to do with true voodoo in New Orleans.
Interesting, okay.
What makes you think the voodoo murders aren't being done by local practitioners?
Voodoo is a popular boogeyman, Mr. Knight, especially in New Orleans. Anyone can pretend to use it, just as anyone can pretend to be a black belt in karate, and for the same reason, to intimidate. I know voodoo in this city, Mr. Knight, and believe me, it is not about killing. Even the police have stated that the killings have nothing to do with local voodoo.
What always says it voodoo?
What can you tell me about...
Histor-
So, you know nothing about the Voodoo murders case?
I neither know nor care to know, Mr. Knight. My only possible interest is in how it might affect the public's attitude towards the museum. So far, it has not been an issue. No one has even had the bad taste to bring it up. Until you, that is.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Ah, you have perhaps noticed the museum's snake, Mr. Knight. They are
Yes,
beautiful
that's
creatures,
why
do you
I
not
asked
agree?
that question.
And the tourists seem to associate them with voodoo.
I think he's a snake furry. I think he has a snake soda.
Is the snake yours? Do you use it in your practice of voodoo?
I admire the spirit of the snake, Mr. Knight, but snakes like the museums can be quite dangerous to handle.
You didn't really answer my question.
I think I did, Mr. Knight.
I'd really like...
There is
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It is one of the important ceremonial nights in voodoo.
What else can you tell me about?
I am afraid I do not...
Alright.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
I fear my French is not all it should be, Mr. Knight.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
This is making
I
me
have
want a
not.
shot of Jaeger.
Tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, if you don't mind.
What is it you wish to learn?
Why did you open a voodoo museum?
The subject has fascinated me all my life, and I wanted to help preserve the cultural heritage it represents.
What kind of background in voodoo do you have?
Let us say that I cut my teeth on it, Mr. Knight. It is in my blood.
Do you do anything besides run the museum?
No. The museum does not make me a rich man, but my material needs are simple. I prefer to focus on my one true interest in life.
What are your own religious beliefs?
My beliefs are too personal and too complex to discuss with a layman, Mr. Knight.
Do you know sometimes the audio, like, briefly speeds up? Hold on. What am I asking about? Okay, I've got historical voodoo, current voodoo, and Molly Getty you can ask about. Alright,
Tell me about historical voodoo.
Marie Laveau? Wait,
Very well.
where's the Marie
I
Laveau?
will start at the beginning, Mr. Knight, and will go on from there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion formed by the...
Alright, chat, you ready for a lecture on
African
voodoo?
tribal religions and Anglo
World
religions
Religions
such as
101.
Catholicism or Protestantism. In other words, it is a religion born of the African slave trade. But African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, where the French and Spanish ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803, the New Orleans area was owned by France. The French Creole in those days owned many African slaves. But the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here natively. The Creole also knew enough about the corrupted pagan practices of the West Indies slaves to ban the importing of slaves from that region.
So, how did voodoo come to New Orleans?
After the Louisiana Purchase, American legislators relaxed regulations. Slaves were permitted to gather. The Americans also removed the ban on West Indies slaves. Around the same time, a slave revolt occurred in Santo Domingo, what is now...
Apparently I have to ask him all this information. Like, it's important for the plot. For us to learn all of this information.
Into New Orleans. Some of them were free people of color, freed or escaped slaves. Some came with their white owners who were fleeing from the revolt.
What happened when the West Indies slaves got here?
They brought voodoo with them. The native slaves were more than enthusiastic about embracing it. It gave them power, Mr. Knight, if only in the form of a communal bond. Among the first meeting places were the Bayou Saint John and the shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The
That's
early
fucked
Voodoos
up.
were heavy snake worshippers, worshipping the one they called the Great Zombie.
Yeah, that's just, like, it's fucked up what that guy did, not that he got banned. That's deserved. Taking a homeless woman on a date, then leaving her with the bill. What a piece of shit.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
By 1817, the voodoo activities were beginning to cause fear among the white slave owners. An ordinance was passed to forbid slave gatherings except in designated public areas at designated times. The time was Sunday afternoons and the place, Congo Square. The slaves and free people of color gathered to dance simulations of their voodoo dances right in sight of Creole society. Of course, they also continued to meet in private for the real thing.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
There were a variety of kings.
Voodoo
and
kings?
queens, voodoo priests and priestesses. But from about 1830, a single power emerged. This was a voodoo queen named Marie Laveau.
Oh, that's who Marie Laveau is.
Marie Laveau ruled voodoo in New Orleans for many years.
Okay.
Tell me more about...
I've given you as much...
Alright, we've exhausted that. We need to ask him about current voodoo twice.
Tell me about current voodoo.
Many people think of voodoo in terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo, and is only a part of true
That's
voodoo.
called hoodoo?
Voodoo, the religion, has a strong following in New Orleans. In fact, it is growing quite rapidly.
Hoodoo?
There
Yeah, not
are
a great
several
name
voodoo
for it.
churches
Leads to a lot
or
of
temples in
confusion.
the city, and others all across the United States. African Americans see it as a tradition all their own. Whites, and there are many in their religion,
Whites.
are attracted to it because they think it is exotic. I, personally, am
We're
more interested in the
gentrifying
history of
voodoo.
Some of the new movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo. But it is the voodoo
The
of New Orleans
whiteys,
that I
yeah.
find so intriguing.
The developer of fucking The Lost Aura Crew make this game?
Tell me more about current voodoo.
There are many voodooians in New Orleans. They often do business selling gree-gree, telling fortunes, providing luck, and occasionally misfortune. Perhaps you would like to meet a voodooian. We refer those who seek a deeper experience with voodoo to a local practitioner, Magenta Moonbeam.
Magenta
Love to meet
Moonbeam.
She lives on
What?
the corner of Orleans and Dauphine. I will call her and tell her you might stop by.
That is some crystal mommy bullshit. Okay, interesting. Alright, so we did that. Now we gotta ask him about Marie Laveau, like 6 times.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
There were actually 2 Marie Laveaus, mother and daughter. Most people thought they were the same woman. Her continued youth added to the mystique. The original, the mother, was also known as Widow Paris. It was she that began the empire. When the Widow Paris began to practice, there were many voodooians in the city. By 1830, she was voodoo queen of all New Orleans.
Is this real? Was she a real person?
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
I don't really know enough about the history of
The
voodoo
Widow Paris was a hairdresser
to
for
know if
the
this is
Creole
made up or
ladies.
not.
She also paid household servants to spy for her. Between the two, she knew everything about everyone who mattered in New Orleans. She was not above using her information to appear psychic, to intimidate, or even to blackmail.
You sound as though you admire her.
For a black woman in the mid-1800s to gain power is an incredible
I
feat,
mean,
Mr.
that's
Knight.
true.
However, she achieved it.
She was really girl bossing it.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
She kept a pet snake.
I guess she was like the
danced
original
with it.
gatekeep,
She
gaslight,
held
girl
traditional
boss.
voodoo ceremonies out by the lake. She took herself seriously. Very seriously. But she was not above selling tickets for her events to curiosity seekers. She was not above using voodoo any way she could to make money. That is for certain. But
A black woman
if
getting
she had
powers
been
is
in
impressive
the
in
line of
general,
work
especially here in the
another
United
age,
States. Yeah.
that would have been interpreted as entrepreneurial genius rather than a sign of fraudulence.
Hey, you don't need to convince me. I admire anyone that can actually make a living.
Why did he sound so weird when he said that?
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
It was Marie Laveau who defined the voodoo that is truly and uniquely the voodoo of New Orleans. She invented hundreds, if not thousands of spells, potions, charms, and incantations. These form the basis of the modern practice, not to mention...
We might have a black woman running the
folk
country
tradition
tomorrow, I
of
hope.
voodoo.
Me too. Well, I mean, she won't be running it tomorrow. She'll be running it next, from the start of next. But I get what you mean. Yeah, like the changeover isn't until January. But
Tell
I
me
hope
more about
fucking
Marie
so.
Laveau.
Her daughter, Marie Glapion, took over when the widow Paris got
God,
killed.
Hillary just must be
Most
seething.
people thought it was
It's
the
her
same
time,
Marie
Chad,
Laveau.
and it's not
Both
Hillary's.
Maries encouraged that point of view. The widow Paris died in 1881.
They were holding some like
Glapion
last minute, but both
reigned for
Trump
a
and
long
Kamala
time.
were holding like last
After
minute
the death
campaign
of the widow
rallies
Paris,
today
other voodoo
to
queens
help get out the
surfaced,
vote.
And by 1890, the cult was fragmented again. Marie
They should have
Glapion
just
sort of
brought
faded.
Hillary Clinton out on stage so she could go, I'm trying to get everybody to walk to the polls and vote on that thing. And then, like, the whole audience could just pull out guns and, like, shoot her. That would have been a great way to end the campaign.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The Laveau tomb, where one or both of the Maries are believed to be buried, is in St. Louis Cemetery number 1.
Walk to, you know,
It is a
you
popular
know she
shrine
wanted
for
to say
practitioners
that, and
and
they had to tell her
tourists
no.
alike.
Walk to the
I
polls and
myself
vote
take
on that
tours to the
thing.
cemetery on a regular basis.
Really?
The only good thing
you
from
have
Trump
any
getting
running this week?
picking president was cock blocking
No.
Hillary from the role.
But
Yeah.
the cemetery is open to the general public as well.
What sucks is even though I'm gonna vote, my vote won't matter since I'm in a deep red state, so I'm voting just to be a quiet minority. Well, it's still
Tell me
important
more
to
about
vote,
Marie Laveau.
Dookie.
You have heard everything about Marie Laveau that a layman
And
might
sometimes
expect
incredible
to
things
understand.
happen. Sometimes places flip, you know? Every vote counts. Every vote is important. Especially when sometimes the line separating who gets elected and who doesn't is like a couple of hundred. So it's like a couple of thousand or a couple of hundred votes. Like barely anything. Like if just a small fraction of extra people voted, it could have been totally different, you know? Alright, what else do I have to do here? I think that's everything.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
You have heard everything about
She knows I
Marie
was already
Laveau
shot.
that
Oh
a
yeah,
layman
absolutely.
might expect
She ain't
to
coming back.
understand.
Alright, do you know anything about Lizzo?
Do you know Malia Getty?
Should I?
She referred me to your museum.
Many have read about our museum in the newspapers, Mr. Knight.
That's a good point. Are you sure you don't know Malia Getty?
Quite sure, Mr. Knight.
What exactly?
Okay, so what's
is
hoodoo?
Hoodoo refers to magic folk traditions of the South. Hoodoo is a bastard of voodoo. Many
Ah,
of the
white
theory are
people
similar,
voodoo.
but
I see.
Voodoo does not have the religious aspects of voodoo.
It's gentrified voodoo.
Is there anything else I should know about hoodoo?
Not if your interest is primarily in voodoo. Hoodoo is of interest to those who study rural folk traditions, but it will not aid you in understanding true voodoo.
Is there anything else I should know about?
Not if you're interested.
Alright, thanks for all the info, Dr. John.
That wouldn't be particularly illuminating.
Alright, what am I doing now? Talk to Dr. John, yap a lot, we get all this information, yep. Okay, notice the snake in the cage. Notice the location of the switches by the door. Okay, rule size to check out the cemetery. Where's the snake? Am I blind? Where's the snake?
There's no one there to the window.
Oh, there.
A very large, very formidable looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage.
Okay. It's a it's a labyrinth. It's a, man, I haven't watched Labyrinth in fucking forever. Love that movie though. Also notice the location of the switch by the door.
The historical
Is that the switch?
that does.
What does this do?
Turn that thing off.
Oh shit, the snake's getting mad.
Oh, sorry.
We have air
Yeah, I see.
Okay, well, good to know. Let's go to the cemetery then. How do I leave here? How do I leave?
There is not that. There is
How do I exit this place?
Goodbye.
Walk carefully out there, mister.
Okay, there we go. Alright, the Moonbeam Residence. Nice. Cemetery. Alright, talk to the man.
Excuse me, sir.
You got something to say, son?
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
Look at, I love the art for this character. Oh, this is great.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
What can you tell me?
I don't really care to...
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Ain't it just awful, them finding those bodies with voodoo things around them? I don't think there's any...
He has a
real
triphobic
voodoo.
beard. Yeah, why is his beard
Somebody
covered in
tried to cover their tracks
holes?
is all.
What do you know?
I told...
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Seem like everybody want to visit New Orleans at least once in their lives, and they love the cemetery tour.
I've been to New Orleans. It's a very nice city. Great food.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
There's lots of things to see here, but none are as beautiful as the St. Louis Cemetery #1.
What do you know about snakes?
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? I see snakes around here all the time. Most of them ain't poisonous, of course.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
How many U.S. states have you been to, Shark? I don't know, like 8 or 9, I think.
Sometimes we get some weird goings on in that cemetery on that night. More often a few nights before. People taking grave dirt, bones, and more.
Can't remember off the top of my
That's pretty
head.
disgusting.
Yep. Don't
Went
know
to like
what to do with 'em.
California, Kentucky, like New York, Chicago, like Portland, New Orleans. I visited the Bahamas. Been around.
Do you have any
Capri
idea
Sun Cool.
Capri
Do you know what that
Sun
means? Because I'm too
means?
dumb to look up
No,
a
no,
French
can't
to
say that I
English
do.
dictionary. Okay, guess not. Marie
Do you know anything
Laveau.
about Marie Laveau?
Sure. She was the voodoo queen of New Orleans. A powerful voodooine and a powerful sorceress.
Oh, I've been to like
Still
Miami.
under the tomb, you know. They write secret marks on the walls, leaving offerings and things. Then there's the tourists. They come out of curiosity. As a matter of fact, that big Dr. John fella from the Voodoo Museum, he's here at least once today. But Marie Laveau's tomb ain't the only one.
I hate how the
There's a
sound
mark
effects
and
sound like the
offerings
end of the State Farm jingle.
What else can you tell me about Marie Laveau?
Her tomb's on all
Do you know
our tombs.
anything about
Even the Baptists come
Lizzo?
around here to gawk. Course, you may not know
I'm
this,
trying
but some
to
of the
get in her
real serious
pants.
Voodoo types argue that she ain't in this one at all, but down in an unmarked tomb in number 3. It's all the same to me, I say. Save me a lot of cleanup work if she weren't here, if you ask me.
Let me ask you
What
a
else
question.
can you tell me about Marie Laveau?
Boy, go out and buy a book if you really want to know. I ain't too sure my facts these days, no how.
Not that I recommend. Pay me a visit if you're ever in Minneapolis. Not that I recommend going to Minneapolis. We're kind of known for murdering innocent Australians. I would definitely come visit, like, if I was in America again. Like, that would be fun. But yeah, the city does have a bit of a reputation for that.
Have you ever heard the word Schottenjäger?
I don't know what you talking about.
Have you ever heard the word Schottenjäger?
I don't know what you...
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Toussaint Gervais.
That's
I'm
a
the watchman
great
here
name,
at St.
Toussaint
Martin.
Gervais.
What exactly do you do here?
So
Oh, I
fucking
keep
New
things tidy,
Orleansian.
But a big part of my job, too, is looking out for the grievers, you know. People come to pay their respects, and they need looking out
I got an email from the
Sometimes
government
they so
wishing me a
down,
happy
they don't know
birthday.
what
How
they doing.
lovely of the Malaysian government.
Tell me about yourself.
That's about all there is to say.
You said there were other marked tombs?
Yep. I seen bull hearts left on tombs and a nest of vulture feathers, plates of peas and corn green. Animal parts, human parts even, it looked like. Male parts, if you get my meaning.
Dicks?
And this
What
at one of
the
great
fuck?
family crypts, mind you. Odd how them types just pick a spot and stick to it.
Just penises on their own.
What other tombs get marked? Can you show me?
No, I ain't one for naming names.
What the
I don't like
fuck?
to encourage that kind of thing. It's distressing to the families.
Cock, yeah, that's what he said.
Don't know how that sort of thing gets started. Why folks come to start leaving stuff at that one spot. But it happens all the same.
I cut my penis off as an offering to you. Do you like it?
What other tombs?
No, don't know.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery, number 1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins would float right out of their graves. Them dead would go floating right down into the water.
I love this character.
Mardi Gras,
Can he be the
nobody
protagonist
even
now
knows.
instead of Gabriel?
Tell me some.
It's a historical place. People buried in here from the Civil War and back further too. Take a look around, you'll see.
Okay, very good. Leave offerings. On the marks at Malia Getty's. Okay, where's Malia Getty's tomb? I guess that's it. Sketchbook. There we
I
go.
want a copy of these strange marks.
The ones the penis marks. All right, we got that. Use the sketchbook and get the brick. Where's the brick? Is that it? Is that what I just picked up? A brick.
It's a piece of brick.
Okay, I don't know why I need that. All right. Let's see. Next screen, you can also see the right. Okay. I guess let's just walk around a bit. Oh, wait, where did he go? Where did Big Willie go? Oh, he just moved on to here. That's the Wright family tomb, which is apparently my family tomb.
The marker reads, highly right.
Grand sister. She died young.
Almost to the right is the Getty tomb. You mean Lizzo's family tomb? Oh, the Getty. Huh. Interesting. What the fuck is that?
An angel draped dramatically over a stone plinth marks the entrance to a large tomb.
Alright, time to go visit Magenta Moonbeam. How do I get now? God damn it. Cuss you, adventure game bullshit. It's driving me mad. Let me have a look.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh yeah, it is kind of like similar sounding, but it's like more like shitty and like it obviously like sounds way worse. Okay, I see what you mean. It's a Magenta Moonbeam.
Welcome, Seeker. You must be the one Dr. John called me about.
Crystal Lady,
My
let's
name
go.
Wait, Gabriel Knight?
You're too quick for me.
Actually, Dr. John told me. You have come to the right place, Mr. Knight. Tell me how I can help.
Alright, I presume I have to talk to her. I
Could I
have
ask
to
you a
yap
few
with her for a bit.
Of course, Seeker.
Oh, look, a scammer. Yup. Ooh, you know it stinks, chat. You know it. It absolutely reeks.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
My practice is mainly selling charms and potions with magic power, such as gree-gree and voodoo oils. You know, everything from unrequited love to wandering spouses to winning a lawsuit. But my spells and charms are powerful.
It's earthy.
And they work.
It's earthy.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Much of a voodoo yen's work is protecting her clients from the spell of others. I make special protective
Voodoo
rings to be worn in
insurance?
secret.
That's
They
interesting.
keep evil spells from working against my clients.
Wow, what a convenient business model. That's actually a genius scam.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Good night, Chuck. Good
The
night,
recipes for
Olivia.
voodoo
Thanks for
charms
hanging
have
out.
been handed down from master to apprentice for centuries.
God. Thank you for the raid
What do you
before.
know about the voodoo
But
murders?
yeah, we can do the election special tomorrow.
Why, that has nothing to do with me and my clientele. But I can tell you that you should stay as far from it as possible. There is badness there. Very bad.
So you don't think the voodoo aspects of the case are fake?
Fake? Let me tell you about fake. If I get information
What is
through the
this white
grapevine
woman
and
gonna
make use
know
of it,
about
that's
voodoo
fake.
Gabriel? Oh, holy shit! Thank you for the gift sub, Olivia.
If people don't believe,
Thank you
there's
for
not much I
firing
can
the
do.
sub
But
gun.
if they do
Holy
believe,
shit! Thank you for the
that is a
gift
part
sub.
of my power too. But there are things, monsieur, things not even a little bit fake. I can tell you.
God, my neck is
Believe
stiff.
it or not, but stay away from it.
Good night, Olivia. Alright, let me continue talking
What
to
can you
this
tell
lady.
me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is the center of voodoo practice in the United States.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? You mean like my beloved Grimwald? She's a python.
Why
you
is
know.
everyone in this game so
deadly in
turned
the
on
wrong
by
hands.
snakes?
I was trained by one of the great voodoo queens to learn how to hypnotize and handle snakes.
What's the significance of St. John's?
Hey, always
St.
dying.
John's Eve.
How's it
It
going,
is
man?
the greatest night of the voodoo year. There is always a traditional conclave.
This is
on
playing
St.
some
John's Eve.
Gabriel Knight,
Most of our
Sins
voodoo
of
churches
the
these days
Fathers.
host functions in the church hall. But in the old days, they had ceremonies out in the wild.
Going
and they
good?
wore
Nice.
Animal masks and had a huge bonfire.
How are you?
and
I'm doing
dancing.
okay.
I used to go when I was an apprentice. Sometimes in the
I'm doing
swamp, you know,
okay.
Bayou St. John.
I mean, relatively speaking.
Sometimes at the lake, Lake Pontchartrain.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
Special ceremonies.
Look, Shark,
are
New
performed
Orleans
when
is
the
proof
Lord come
that
to ride
ghosts
the
are real.
faithful.
There's an entire section of the city where cabs never drive at night because ghosts have a nasty habit of stiffing you on the bill when they vanish. Is that what's happening? Or are the cab drivers just drunk? That's my question. Is that really happening? Or are the cab drivers just drunk? And then they say, oh, that's what happened. I swear, officer, he was in the back seat and then he dematerialized.
Do you have any idea what Caprice Sans Coeur means?
No.
Thinking about starting a veg
No, I
garden.
don't.
I'm just standing in my backyard scheming right now. Oh, fuck yeah. If you enjoy gardening, that'd probably be a great hobby, man. I know a lot of people really love gardening. I've never been too much of a fan of it, but I know a lot of people like
Do you
it.
have any idea what Caprice Sans Coeur means?
No. No, I don't.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh, yes. She was the first of the great voodoo queens.
People who believe in
Do you know anything
paranormal
about
are
Marie
insane. I
Laveau?
mean, they're not
She
insane,
ruled
but they're
voodoo in New
wrong.
Orleans for 100 years, they say.
They're wrong.
Tell me about the animal.
Tell me about fursuits.
I saw them used once or twice when I was younger.
Tell me about
You don't
yiffing.
see
Have
them
you ever
much
been to a
anymore.
fur con
They're
before?
too close.
Too close to what?
Just bad karma.
Tell me about the animal masks.
I don't know what else to say about that.
Have you ever heard the word Schottenjäger?
I don't know anything about that.
Tell me about yourself.
Yes? What would you like to hear?
I'll tell you about her, Gabriel. She uses crystals instead of deodorant. Alright, she's been to Burning Man 20 times.
What kind of people come to see you?
Seekers after the truth, such as yourself.
It absolutely stinks down there.
How'd you
You
get
know,
into this
it's an
business?
earthy
I
smell.
trained in the voodoo arts
It's
for many
robust.
years with the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Who's she?
You have never heard of her? For shame! I can see you know little of the world of magic.
I'm beginning to get that impression, yes. How many voodoo yens are there?
It's funny,
No one
New
knows
Orleans treats the
exactly.
supernatural
Many
as a
practice in
fact of
secret.
life. I
There
mean,
are
that is really
probably
funny that, like,
hundreds.
that's actually a
And
thing
of
that's
course, the
officially
level
part
and
of the
power
city.
of the voodoo yens
Like,
differ
that you have to deal
depending
with.
on their training and natural gifts.
Cab drivers being drunk has nothing to do with it, but they are drunk half the time. We used to. Yeah, exactly. That is funny. That is really funny, though. That, like, I'm not doubting you that that's a thing that happens. Just, like, I don't think it's ghosts. I think all the cab drivers are drunk. But that's super funny that just, like, oh, if you're in that neighborhood, sucks for you, I guess.
Do you do anything else?
I am a voodoo yen, and that is plenty. It takes much spiritual effort.
Tell me anything at all.
I haven't always lived in New Orleans. I came here from Kansas as a young woman.
Tell me anything at all.
I began studying voodoo more than 20 years ago. I am well versed in the magical art.
Tell me anything at all.
Many non-believers come to me. They are usually believers when they leave.
I can't think of anything.
Very well.
About Grimwald.
What about her?
Who the fuck is Grimwald? Is that just
Where'd you
Snake?
get Grimwald?
She belonged to a traveling reptile
Oh, okay, it
show.
is.
She was being terribly mistreated, so I offered to buy her. She's named after a spirit guide I had once. The spirit Grimwald was a very powerful female snake priestess in Egyptian times.
Grimwald doesn't sound Egyptian.
I only know what the spirits tell me. Monsieur, I am sure they know better than we.
How'd you learn to handle Grimwald?
I told you.
You
a
can still
great
hire a
voodoo
horse-drawn
queen
carriage
taught me.
sometimes, so get a
She
bus,
learned
but
from
most of what's
Leonardo
available at
herself.
night are just the ghost buses. Ah.
Fascinating. Would you consider giving me one of Grimwald's scales?
No, I couldn't do that. You might do some Greek.
This bitch is so full of shit. Yeah, she's a crystal mummy. I told you,
Hair
Electrica.
clippings, nail parings, and snake scale.
How about showing me how you handle Grimwald?
Really? You would like to see me dance?
Sure, lives on a commune and bathes like once a week. Got
I
wet,
won't make
like
you wait,
major BO.
No matter what you see, do not be frightened.
I'll give it my best shot.
Yes! She's doing a sensual snake dance. This is making my dick hard. How long does she do this for? Do I have to sit there and watch? I guess I do.
They are truly inspiring, isn't it?
That's certainly one word for it.
Okay.
Could I ask you a few more questions?
Certainly.
All right.
What about?
Nothing.
Oh.
Give me an example of a gris-gris.
All right. Here's an old one. Take a lodestone and some brimstone to a crossroads at midnight. Light the brimstone with a match, and a spirit will come and give you advice in gambling.
Wait, I'm supposed to get snake skin while she's doing the dance? Oh, God.
Give me an example.
Here's a...
All right,
What about...
Are you sure you wouldn't consider giving me one of Grimwald's scales?
I told you I couldn't do that.
How about showing me your snake dance again?
It is inspiring, is it not? All right.
Alright, do your snake dance,
I shall
lady.
again amaze you.
You certainly will.
Could you do your snake dance again? I didn't get to come the first time. Quickly, while she's distracted.
Gabriel grabs the shed. Otherwise,
You dumb bitch.
They are truly inspiring, isn't it?
That's certainly one word for it.
Alright. Now I gotta use the tomb message on her. Oh, what's it?
Those two are images.
Does this mean anything to you?
I can be of no help to you, Seeker.
Okay, what was the tomb message? No, not that.
Gabriel is.
Clay, not that.
It's Gabriel's sketch of the.
Oh, okay, it's that.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
Oh, the voodoo code. It is very secret, yes. I studied it with my mentor.
Voodoo
the great
code?
Queen Tabitha.
What?
Really? Great.
Code?
Can you tell me what it says?
Let's see. Well, some of it is nonsense, I'm afraid. Whoever wrote this wasn't very good.
That's all right. Just tell me what it says.
Whoever wrote this
It
is
starts
dumb.
with a D and a J.
Wet
Then-
cash?
Okay, this part makes sense. It says, conclave tonight, bring... then there's more nonsense. FWETKASH.
Weird. Okay.
Well, that last bit might mean cash. Fresh cash? It doesn't make much sense.
Conclave, yeah. Conclave of voodoo furries, I bet.
DJ Conclave. K-A-S-H. It's a start.
I'm happy I could help.
Alright, what do I have to do now? Use magnifying glass on the scale from the crime scene.
Gabriel magnifies the scale from the lake. The iridescent scale is brilliantly hued with greens and purples.
Okay.
The
Magnifying glass on the snake skin.
Gabriel magnifies the shed.
Oh my
skin
god,
from
it doesn't
Magentia
match!
moonbeam
It was a different
scale. The
snake!
snake scales are hued brown. They don't match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain.
Okay. Alright. Did I get to ask her about animal masks?
Could I ask?
So,
Tell me about the animal man.
Tell me about being a
I
furry.
don't know what else to say about that.
Well, I guess I can go to the Dixieland drugstore now to get it. Alright, thank you.
Magenta.
Goodbye. I'm going
Magen-
to leave now.
Please remain seated within the protect.
Thanks for the...
Oh my god, how do I get this conversation to be over,
What's that?
lady?
Dr. John tells me you're a voodoo practitioner of some kind.
Yes, I am a voodoo yen, a voodoo priestess.
Do you get many people?
Someday, but I have many regular clients who would be lost without my vision, Mr. Knight.
I can imagine.
Please remain seated within the protective...
Thanks for the...
How do I exit this place?
Magentia's parlor is as open. Magenta. Gabriel really does.
She's...
Magentia.
I'm doing...
Do I have to ask her more questions?
Certainly.
Tell me about...
I don't know what... What about...
Tell me.
You have...
Not...
Just put a voodoo spell on me? Oh no!
I can't...
There.
What can you...
I have told you all...
What do you...
I work hard on fine-tuning my spiritual antenna, Monsieur Knight. And I get a clear signal from that direction. Beware.
What do you mean?
I work hard.
Okay.
What can you...
It is a fact.
What can you...
It is...
Tell me...
Oh, I wouldn't want to give away my trade secrets. Oh, I would... Oh, I would...
What's...
There is no knight more powerful to voodoo magic.
What's the sig...
There is no...
Okay.
Do you have any...
Also
Do you know...
that many
I'm
times?
sure a his...
Tell me about the animal man.
I don't know what else.
Have you ever...
I don't know.
Tell me about...
Okay, how do I get her to end this fucking interaction then? How do I get out from here?
No thanks.
Gabriel figures that many men have picked up things in Magentia's parlor, but he'd rather not.
Can I stand up?
Gabriel can sit. Gabriel can... Magentia's parlor.
How the fuck do I exit this place? I'm seriously confused where it's like, wait, how come I can't, like, how come I'm locked into this now?
Do you get many people in here on an average day?
But I have...
I can imagine.
Use the foot cursor? I can't. It says there's a protective circle.
Please remain seated within the protective circle. There are spiritual currents in this room that I can't always control.
Thanks for the warning.
See?
Please...
Thanks.
Please...
Thanks.
Won't let me do it. That's why I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing here? That I haven't done. Click on the... where is the exit? What? There's no part of the screen that says exit. Oh, what the fuck? It's in like one tiny little... Oh my... You have got to be kidding me. Is that intended to be a puzzle? To exit the room, this is like how wide the space is for it. What the? Because I was like just going around being like, where is the exit? Where is the exit? I don't see it. And it's like this tiny little thing, like just here. But oh, but don't get too close to the edge. Then it's not there anymore.
Well, I guess I'll be going now.
May the protection of the snake god...
Defeated by 90s
thanks.
game design logic. Tale as old as time. Alright, Dixieland Drugstore.
Hi.
Alright, ask him about animal Tomas twice. Okay. God damn it.
Gabriel?
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
The snake god, White
Whatever,
Cobra
man.
Diamond, that's right.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Like the ones in the voodoo rituals they do for the tourists?
Right.
I used to sell a few as souvenirs. The only one left is Willie Jr. over there. The old
We've only got one fursuit left. I'm sorry. It's been very yiffed on. I hope you don't mind. It's a crocodile mask.
About Willie Jr., would you be willing to let him go?
Maybe. For $100.
$100? You gotta be kidding.
Me and Willie Jr.
$100 dues.
Part with him for
How am I supposed to afford that? I'm a writer whose books suck. Like what? I don't have that much money. I don't have any. I like how my character is basically a bum. I'm a bum.
Would you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult me, monsieur. The price is $100.
All right. I'll be back once I sell a book. Okay. Back to the bookstore. What an unfortunate name, Willie Jr. Yeah, it's not great. It's definitely a little weird sounding.
So I came back.
I wish you wouldn't wear that coat outside in June. I could smell you from here.
Don't you dare disrespect my cool leather trench coat, Grace. Just because it makes me sweaty. You know you love it.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Yes.
I need you to look up.
This time I'm trying to fuck an old
Madame
lady.
Casimir? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend Malia Getty was?
Grace, Casanew's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference.
Yes, he's a gilf lover.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Great talk,
It's time to go
Grace.
shop.
So it is. Have a nice night.
You too. See you tomorrow.
All right, I'm out for the night. Good night, all. Good night, Aaron. I'm gonna end the stream now anyway. It's getting late, and I gotta get my like CNN set up ready for like SNN ready for tomorrow. For like me and Olivia doing the election coverage stream. But important notice: is Grace supposed to be from Tulane or LSU? No clue. Now Gabriel has another bad dream about being Amish. And oh no, Lizzo's on fire, but wait, she's TFing into a cheetah. There's a magical amulet. I don't know what that means. Amulet, blood, dagger. Snakes? I love how the cutscenes are all in these absolutely tiny little boxes. This is very funny. But a dream that I kind of miss the hamburger from Harvester. Drawn to Bacchus's abode, I sought there to conspire, but it was in the city of the dead that I found my heart's desire.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them. I also checked out Casaneu. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Great, thanks.
Now, are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Malia Getty, or is it just too
It
embarrassing?
actually went very well, thank you, Grace.
Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
She didn't even spray me with pepper spray or have me arrested. She's basically into me,
Gabriel.
okay?
You don't seriously think she's interested? She can have any man in the city.
Lizzo could like
men with
me,
bank
Grace. You don't
You
know.
underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal.
Yeah,
When Gail
baby.
married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
Poet samurai.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Grace.
I'm serious.
Don't be jealous,
why, but I have a
Grace.
bad
I'll
feeling
always
in my
sexually
stomach.
harass you
It's
too.
called jealousy, my dear. And you're right. You should be jealous of Malia Getty, as should every woman on this planet.
He's like Johnny
mind.
Bravo.
I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And
Would you like to take my dick in your hands,
Hey,
Grace?
Huh?
Bruno.
Oh, Bruno, that gay man who wanted to buy my
Gabe,
dad's
I just popped
painting.
in to see if you're desperate enough to sell me that painting.
Fine, yes. Actually, I am, because I need to buy a crocodile fursuit. Not that it's any of your business. But I need to buy a crocodile fursuit.
How much would you give me for it, Bruno?
Gabriel, don't you dare sell your father's painting.
Shut up, Grace.
Stay out of this, Grace.
Ooh, you're serious.
It's not
You
just a
let me have it?
phase. It's a
Yeah,
lifestyle.
I'll let you have it, all right. How much for the painting?
Well, I could give you 100. That's all I can let go at the moment, you know. My fares are so tied up.
What?
Gabriel, $100 for your father's painting?
Grace, let me deal with this.
It's yours.
It's yours.
Gabriel!
Here's the 100.
You better take good care of this, Bruno. This is not just another of your hip art pieces, you know.
Really? Well, I fully intend to make the most of its display, though not for your sake, I'm sure. At least in my shop, there'll be a chance.
Hey,
of someone
fuck
actually
you,
seeing it.
Bruno.
Can't believe I actually got it. Just wait until I show Sid.
I love it how he was so desperate for it, and then we just completely sold it then. What do you mean $100, you
don't
dipshit,
believe you.
Gabriel?
It's just a painting, Grace. There are things I have to do.
I love how she's so disappointed in me. Whoever's voicing her sounds a lot like the VA who voiced the harmonica playing Child in Cowboy Bebop. Curious if it's the same person. The person voicing Grace Nakamura, Jogo, is Leah Ramey, the actress from King of Queens. You know, Paul Blart's wife. That's Leah Ramey. Or Remy, whatever the fuck her name is. That's that lady. So unless she had a role in the English dub of Cowboy Bebop, probably not. But yeah, that's the lady from King of Queens. With Tim Curry and Mark Hamill. All right, I need to end stream. No, let me save the game. How do I save again? How do I do that? No. Save. Okay, what do I call this one? Gilf Lover. Alright, there we go. All right, there we are. So we got all that progress, and then we'll have that for Gilf Love Maxing. All right, great. And then we'll have that for next time. Okay, quit. Now I'm gonna find someone to raid because I need to go to the supermarket. I need to fucking get the shit for tomorrow's election stream set up. Who's live now? Who can I raid? I'll raid Paddle Snake. All right, let me just go. I want Kamal's win. I hope she wins too, Electrica. I hope so. She will. I'm like somewhat confident she will. That was my final analysis. She'll just squeak out a victory. But yeah, you know, strap in. We're gonna find out tomorrow. Alright. I better go, but thanks for hanging out, everybody. This was a fun stream. And yeah, big stream tomorrow. I guess it'll be an extra long one as well. We'll be watching the Bernie Sanders biopic movie, doing some gaming, doing some like election coverage, you know, playing some buckshot roulette. Alright. Good night, everybody. Love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.